You're Not Elected, Charlie Brown is the 8th primetime animated TV special produced based on the original comic strip by Charles M. Schulz. In today's video, we will be looking back on this classic Peanuts special because in the US, we recently had a presidential election, and I thought, why not start with this Peanuts special for the series? Yes, I said series, because I'll be looking back at every popular Peanuts special from the 1960s and 1970s on this channel, and this is a fun place to start. Speaking of presidents, this episode aired on CBS on October 29th, 1972, 9 days before the 1972 presidential election between Richard Nixon and Senator George McGovern. It was the first new Peanuts special to air that year, which I do notice because the voice actors are slightly off because they did recast a few characters for this one from the last special, Play It Again, Charlie Brown. So other than that, let's look back at when Charlie Brown got political.
In order to make it look sort of homey, I thought we'd pose you with the dog. I've changed my mind.
Our episode begins when Charlie Brown's sister comes home from school and is upset because her locker isn't opening. So Charlie Brown assures Sally that he'll fix the problem at school the next day. Sally tells Charlie she needs him for something else as well. That thing, you may be asking, is using him as her show and tell project.
For show and tell today, I have a treat for you. I'm presenting my big brother. Stand up straight. I'm trying to get an A in show and tell. Don't goof it for me. Actually, big brothers come in a variety of sizes and quality.
The next day at school, Charlie Brown sees an election poster for the student body president position. Linus thinks Charlie Brown would make a great president, but as the title of this special says, Charlie Brown thinks no one would vote for him, which I guess makes the title of the special correct. Charlie Brown isn't running. Lucy heard all of this and announces that they need to find another candidate, because I guess she was hoping for Charlie Brown to take the position. So she takes a poll by drilling into anyone she comes into to vote for Linus.
If my brother were running for student body president, would you vote for him?
I'd vote for anybody who took me out to lunch.
If my brother Linus were running for student body president, would you vote for him? You bet! How could I help it?
Yes, even the opposing candidate, Russell. After Lucy finishes her poll, Linus enters the election, and they start running his campaign. Linus's campaign, assisted by Lucy and Charlie, is doing great, and he takes a huge early lead in the opinion poll against his opponent, Russell. During the campaign, Lucy and Snoopy set up a school talk show so students can call in and ask questions. The first person to call in asks, "What is our president gonna do about the rivers?" To which Lucy responds, "Rivers? Our school doesn't have any rivers." The second caller keeps talking and saying, you know, multiple times until Lucy gets bored and hangs up. The next caller is calling for Harold.
Is Harold home? I want to talk to Harold.
The fourth caller keeps going on about how good his question is, but then realizes he has forgotten the question, which makes Lucy insanely frustrated.
Question? Oh my gosh, I forgot what the question is.
Snoopy and Woodstock are making signs, and this is the debut television appearance of Woodstock, which I kind of didn't believe, but I guess it is, because according to multiple wikis and watching the episode, yeah, I guess this is Woodstock's first appearance besides the movie that came out later the same year. Later at an assembly, Linus and Russell each make a campaign speech, and Linus just starts yapping and getting the crowd so hyped.
Congratulations and 6th grade dance party. In my administration, children will be children, and adults will be adults. If I'm elected school president, my first act will be to appear before the school board.
But then he goes off script by talking about the Great Pumpkin from the Halloween special, and all of his conspiracy gets himself laughed off the stage to the anger of Lucy.
Rather than campaign talk, I decided to say a few words about the Great Pumpkin. I've blown the election.
When election day finally arrives, Charlie Brown is tallying the votes and the candidates are neck and neck. Then the votes get tied up and Russell's the last to vote, and he votes for Linus, saying that he would be a better president. Now, I'm not an expert on political voting, but I don't think Charlie Brown can look at the vote right after they're placed, or that a candidate can vote. And so the final vote declares Linus the winner 84-83. After his victory, Sally tells Linus to go to the principal and lay down the law, as in making the day Linus won as a holiday. And Linus comes out of the office looking like he's seen a ghost and tells Sally he didn't make it happen, and our TV special ends with Sally calling Linus a sellout.
All the same. Promises, promises. You elect them and they weasel out of their promises.
And that's your not elected Charlie Brown. This is such a fun Peanuts special that really isn't that popular. Well, I guess it's popular enough because recently Vince Garnolini's complete soundtrack of this special was released online for the first time since 1972, which is a really nice soundtrack. Also, the plot of You're Not Elected Charlie Brown was very closely based off of the comic strip from 1964, whereas some of the Peanuts specials, specifically the Thanksgiving special, aren't based off of any Peanuts comics. Another cool fact is this special originally aired under the title You're Elected Charlie Brown, even though Charlie Brown is never elected or even ran. And this special features the legendary Chad Joe Cool, Snoopy's alter ego, and we get the amazingly funny Joe Cool song that you heard in the intro of this video. And I just love this character. It's just an awesome part of Snoopy's whole entire thing, and this is his alter ego to try to get in school without being kicked out. He definitely boosts the episode for me, and what an episode this is. Other than that, let me know what Peanuts special you would like to see down in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and with all that out of the way, I'll see you in the next one.